here. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got JPVideos with me, as always, for another ghost adventure. Today we are at the Knox Mine disaster location, and it's pretty eerie here. There's a lot of water, a little bit of fog, really quiet in a heavily wooded area, so it really is given that creepy feel to it. I've never been here before. This is my first time seeing it, so I haven't seen it in daylight, just right now in the darkness. But JPVideos has been here before, and he's made 2 videos on this. At the end of this video, I will actually link the video where he describes what actually had happened here and shows some video footage that was taken from the actual disaster itself. So make sure you guys stay to the end of the video so that way you can click on that link.
All right, so basically the Knox Mine disaster was a mine that was owned by the Knox Coal Company. 11:20 a.m. approximately, January 22nd, 1959, miners were working under the Susquehanna River. They were mining a vein of coal, and the safety barrier was supposed to be keep 50 feet of earth between where they're working and the bottom of the riverbed. That's the closest they could go without any risk of any potential disaster. Well, the coal owners said, there's a lot of coal there, we want to extract as much as we can. They worked the coal out of the area and left only 5 feet between the top of that coal tunnel and the bottom of that riverbed. So close that the miners could actually hear their water running overhead and water is leaking through. They were forced to wear raincoats while they were mining. Well, obviously water is considerably heavier than air and land. That water breached into the tunnel, opened up a 100-foot wide diameter whirlpool of swirling water that was funneling into those coal mines. 12 men went missing and were never found, even to this day. They were never rescued. In the attempts to rescue them, they ended up diverting these railroad tracks and sending hopper cars and coal cars off the rails into the swirling whirlpool to try to plug it up. Obviously that didn't work. They ended up making a dam before and after the whirlpool, pumped all the water out, including that water out of the mines. Search crews went in, never found the miners. To this day, there were 12 men unaccounted for. Where we're standing here is the Eagle Air Shaft. This is where 33 men managed to escape to their safety before the waters came in. Also too, January, winters are very cold here in Pennsylvania. The water is probably in the 30s or 40s. So if they didn't die of drowning, they probably died of hypothermia because they would have been shocked from the cold, freezing water, maybe on their attempts to get out. It ended up being a natural disaster. They ended up plugging the ground with concrete and burying everything that's still under there. The hopper cars, the coal cars, and basically building the earth back up upon it so that no one could get in there and to try to prevent it from happening again. But to this day though, there is a open hopper car that washed downriver and is still there to this day. It got taken down by the current. And down below the base of the mine disaster site, there's acid mine drainage bubbling up from under the ground, staining everything a rust color orange. So that is the gist of it. As far as I know, a ghost hunt or paranormal investigation has never been done at this site. It has been covered, as Alan mentioned. I did do a documentary on it, which he will link down below in the description. But we're hoping to see if we can make contact with some of those 12 men.
Yeah guys, so as he was saying, there are 12 bodies that are still buried here somewhere on this land. Nobody knows where they are, and that could bring
under the river somewhere.
It could bring a potential haunt. There could actually be ghosts that haunt this place. Most ghosts will stay, you know, in the place where they die, or might stay with the body, as we've seen in, you know, like cemeteries and things like that. So there is a chance that there could be something here, and if it is, we will try to communicate with them, see if we can find out who they are, and possibly if we can get them to leave the area and go on to where they're supposed to go.
All right, everyone, welcome to tonight's paranormal investigation with myself, JPVideos, and Alan from Revenge of the Apocalypse. We just got to our location here. We're gonna wait for some viewers to come in, and we'll be getting started with tonight's investigation.
some creepy here in the water. Thinking like something moving around.
Keep hearing something over here in the trees.
Yeah.
So those of you tuning in, is that eyes up there?
Yeah, I think so. Looks like something wrong.
Maybe a reflector.
Yeah.
Alright, so those of you tuning in, we didn't get started yet. We are on our way to the location. We'll be there in a few minutes and we'll share some of the history about the place if you don't know already. I have done 2 videos here. One was a documentary, one was a daytime live stream recently where I did show an updated look. Now those are...
Uh-oh.
Those eyes are moving.
Yeah.
Right. We're seeing some eyes up there. We don't know what it is yet. So. Mods though, if you could do me a favor, find my documentary video, just search Knox Mine Disaster and post that link in the chat. That way people can watch it and have an idea as to what took place here. Evidence tonight. The location alone is creepy tonight, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, regardless, if there's nothing here, this is still creepy because, I mean, even with the black figure that we seen before the live started, that was kind of creepy than whatever we are seeing up here and all the noises.
Yeah, before we started the stream tonight, on our way to where we just started the stream, we had our lights off, not to draw any attention, and both Alan and myself did see a black figure further up ahead, which prompted me to turn on my flashlight and nothing was there. Hey everyone tuning in, thank you for the congratulations on my goal of 100K. I will be doing a separate video thanking everyone, but this is a preemptive thank you, so couldn't have done it without all of you. Yeah, I walked through a bunch of those last time.
There is a reflector up there, but I did see.
Yeah, those eyes.
See something move.
Eyes went away. So we are walking on a former rail line. This is called a rail trail. On the other side of this fence is active train tracks, but they're only used sparingly once or twice a month. I just heard like rustling of leaves behind me. I thought someone was walking behind me. Got a big stone face here on our left. Up here, you can probably see it in the camera. And I'm sorry if it's pixelated. Once we stop it, we'll clear up. But there's a reflector up here. Right by there, we did see 2 eyes, which we thought was another reflector. But those eyes actually changed direction as we were approaching. So we just have to be vigilant of any wild animals out here.
That's incredible looking.
Yeah. I know where for that to go to because this is a rock wall here. So I don't know where this eyes into. Yeah, this type of video is perfect for the season. We're almost midway through October. And this video we're making tonight, this episode, is requested from viewers. When I was here doing the live stream, people said, hey, do you ever think about doing a ghost hunting? I said, yeah, plenty of times, but I didn't think people would want to see it because there's no physical structures here. It's just a pretty much a memorial site. Yeah, that's where we're going.
Okay.
thought I heard like someone running. It is very, very quiet out here. And we're kind of partially secluded, partially in the open.
Hey, do you remember if this...
Ooh. There's a light up there, see it? Something was just flashing a light and stopped. And it was off and on.
Yep.
See it?
Uh-oh. Wonder what that is.
It's going to kill the lights a second here. Okay, something is up ahead or someone with a light. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera or not. See it?
Yeah.
I do know there's a bridge further up, but that's getting closer, isn't it? Do you guys see that light?
Maybe it is cars. I mean, I'd like to hope so anyway. Yeah, I
Oh.
saw taillights.
Okay.
Oh,
Those
God.
are cars. We just saw taillights. We thought someone was coming this way. False alarm.
I was going to ask you, was that stuff here last time you were there?
Like that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Okay. So somebody definitely came through since.
But these are the same tracks, though. If you watch the documentary footage, these are the same tracks that they curved off. And right where that marker is, where those flags are, is where the whirlpool was. So the tracks curved off and dumped the hopper cars into here. Alright, so we're going to go over to the site here. I will give you a brief rundown on the history of this location. You could see the flags up here for the memorial. And the river, Susquehanna River, is directly behind it. So, what this place lacks in physical structures makes up for in history.
There wasn't this many flags here.
Yeah, I think there's some new ones added. Hopefully you guys can see that. It says Knox Mine disaster occurred on this spot January 22nd, 1959. So they're asking if you're feeling anything yet.
I got a weird chill a little bit ago, but give me a few minutes and we'll see what happens. Because at the same time I haven't been here, so just the eeriness of it alone is kind of creepy, and I didn't really realize I could be in touch with this stuff the way I am, so it's not like I can pinpoint it immediately. So okay guys, welcome to the editing side. There's actually something here that happened that I don't know if you guys are going to pick up on screen, so I'm going to go ahead and show you. But essentially, the camera actually got moved. Now, you can best tell if you look into this corner here, you'll notice the shift difference. So I'm going to go ahead and play this file again. So it's not like I can pinpoint it immediately. So right there, shift. So if I scroll along, you can see that the camera actually shifts. And you can best tell that by looking at the corners. So I don't know why the camera would have moved, but it did. I really realized I could be in touch with this stuff the way I am, so it's not like I can pinpoint it immediately. So I'll have to let you know.
So he is putting the trigger object there, which is the doll. He's used that before in the cemetery video, and he's going to set up his K2 meter next to it and put a stationary camera there to record the whole time. And those of you watching too, we are doing this respectfully, so anything that we do move or disturb, we will put back as it should be intended. But again, we're just here trying to make contact, not doing anything else.
That's a nice drop.
So I mean, there is the shoreline that's dry there, so we could go down there if we choose to.
Right.
But we have to navigate this. See the rust color?
Yeah.
That bottle wasn't there last time. See if it bottle?
Yep.
The last bottle. That's new. That's kind of creepy though, I think.
It is.
That's an island right there.
Okay guys, now again we had the same issue. If you guys happen to see this one blade of grass right here, you may have missed it, so let's go ahead and watch this again. Now if you still didn't see it, I'm going to go ahead and show you, but it looks as if something forcefully presses it down. That is definitely not normal. And during this time period was when we were checking out going down below to decide on if we were actually going to go near the water or not. So nobody was in that vicinity, and at the same time, it's only that one blade of grass that was touched, and again, very forcefully pressed down. Get some shots down there.
Kill myself with very soon.
It could have potentially been whatever.
Alright, we're hearing some rather strange sounds as we're getting set up here. We don't know what it is or where it's coming from, but I'm going to pull out the temperature gun and we'll get an accurate reading. Okay, so here is the temperature gun. So around 45 degrees, that's the temperature right now. The red laser is the laser for the temperature gun. It locks onto whatever I pointed at, and that is the temperature. Although it feels warmer than that.
Here's something over there.
Alright. Sorry about the lights. We're going to try to keep it dark. We don't want to draw any attention to anyone that potentially could be nearby, whether they're anything. We just don't really want to have anyone stumble upon us here. So we're going to keep it dark for the most time. We do have the mag light here, which we've used in previous investigations. I do adjust it so it's just turned off, and we set it down and we see if something touches it to turn it on, and we use it as a form of communication. So I'm going to get that set up right now. Okay, so what you're seeing, the light there is Alan's camera. He's recording right now with it all in night vision. He has his K2 meter there, which is the little green light there. And I have the flashlight there. So we're going to see if we can ask some questions, get some responses. Hello, my name is Jay. This is Alan. We are here to try to make contact with anyone or anything that's willing to speak with us. We are aware of the situation and tragedy that took place here, and we'd like to try to maybe get some questions answered or to send out a word to make your voice known. There are some devices here. There's a green light. If you touch that, it will light up different colors. And there's also a flashlight, also known as a torch or a lamp. If you touch that as well, it will light up. And if you can make one of those light up, we can communicate with you. We do know that there is 12 men that died here 60 years ago. And we know that you were told to do your job to mine the coal, even though you were reaching some unsafe depths of the earth. And we also know that you were never found or recovered.
It got really cold on me right now.
Did it? Alright, Alan said he's feeling some cold around him. I'm going to actually pull out the temperature gun around him. It's about 2 degrees cooler around you. Ooh, oh, there's the flashlight. Alright, we see you turn on the flashlight. Thank you very much for that. If you can turn it back off, we know that you can understand us. Just let go of the light or move away from it, it'll turn back off. Gotta get further away. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so we got our first response here. So thank you for turning that on for us. That is not going to harm you. You can use that to communicate with us. And we're going to try to ask you some questions. And if you could, turn it on for a yes response, or keep it off for a no. And you can also use the other device there with the green light. Either one will help us hear you. And we're also recording with microphones. If you're able to try to shout as loud as you can, we may be able to hear you. We come here respectfully, we mean you no harm. We just would like to ask some questions about the tragedy that took place here back on 1959. So can you tell me, are you one of the miners who died in the tragedy?
Keep feeling a cold spot move.
Are you one of the coal miners who worked for the coal company, the Knox Coal Company?
You're not getting like no cold sensations like on your face at all?
Nothing like significant. Would you like us to leave this location? Are we bothering you? There's something in the distance.
Yeah.
You heard some movement in the distance, like something walking.
So we do understand that you put your trust into someone who essentially let you down and it cost you your life. And I know it must be hard to trust anybody else, especially after something so significant has happened. But we really do come here with no ill intentions and want to try to help you out.
So this is the setup. There's the, what's her name?
Jessie.
Jessie Doll. To the right of her is the K2 meter. Behind the flag, laying on the marble, is the flashlight. And there's Alan's camera. So we're just keeping our distance. We're standing behind the camera that you're watching right now. So if anything does happen, we are not responsible for it. So we're going to wait here a little bit longer. After this, we're going to go down by the riverbank, closer to where the water source is and where the, actually, ooh, there we go. If that's you, make the light go on all the way. Try to pick it up. We need you to turn that on all the way. There you go. Thank you. We'd like to try to talk with you if you want to keep talking with us. The flashlight's gone on twice, yes. So they think it's for kids. No, they can think whatever they want. But we could use that as our next question, though. Is there a child here that maybe worked or died in the mines where you were maybe a breaker boy? We'd like to try to communicate with you. There's a toy there You can try to pick it up. You can try to play with the lights, make them change colors. I'm glad we can actually see now. I can see like much better with our eyes adjusted. Now, again, upon walking here tonight, Alan and myself did spot a black shadow off in the distance on the trail we were walking on. We don't know what it was, but it looked like a figure of a person. And when I turned my flashlight on, it was gone. So that was our visible experience on our way here. So far, we have the flashlight responses, but they're not being direct responses, so we can't say yes or no, this is paranormal activity. We need to have some solid responses to our questions to say yes or no, we are speaking with someone. Has anyone been murdered near here? I really don't know offhand. Black shadows, usually bad spirits. Yes, I have heard that before. If one of these names are yours, please make the light turn on. Charles Featherman. Joseph Kaczynski. Dominic Kiwaleski. Frank Orlowski. Eugene Ostrowski. A lot of Polish people. William Sinclair. Daniel Stefanides. Hiram Zelonis. If any of those are your names, please turn on the lights. We'd like to communicate with you. Thank you, Jenny, very much. Temperatures dropped. We're down to 42, 41, 43 there. So temperature right now is fluctuating. If I can get the camera to focus, there we go. I did see some readings down to 41 up to 44, so temperature is slowly going down. Are you feeling anything at all, Alan?
When you got halfway done the list of names, I felt that cold air come back. But, you know, it was actually kind of odd, because when I felt it come back, I was actually thinking in my head, I'm like, wow, it feels like it got really, like, quiet here all of a sudden. Like,
here we go.
Speaking of,
I'm putting my hand here just to see if there's a little breeze down here. Flags are actually moving a little bit.
yeah. Which is weird, because every time this came on, the flags have been actually moving.
So I'm just showing you nothing is touching that light. And the flags are actually waving a little bit. There's like a breeze right down there at that spot. Nothing is fabricating these experiences here. This is all happening on its own right before your very eyes. So again, unfortunately, they're not direct responses, but it is some type of activity. It could be someone that doesn't speak English. It could be someone confused or lost. It could be nothing at all. We really don't know. Rest of the names: Samuel Altieri, John Beloga, Benjamin Boyar, Francis Burns. If those are any of your names, or if you know those individuals, we would like to speak with you. We know that someone wants to communicate. The light came on a few times already. We'd like to speak with you, and we want to thank you for being here with us, but we need you to participate a little bit more so we could try to get some answers to our questions. And Alan did state, while I was listing off the first group of names, he did feel a cold sensation. And yeah, those flags aren't really moving at all right now. It seems like when the light comes on, the flags are moving, and you can see they're not moving at all right now.
are you trying to communicate with me specifically? Are you aware that I can feel your presence being around.
Somebody asked, do you think that you are still working in the mine? Are you here to report to work? Is someone stopping you from communicating with us?
Feel cold again. Take a cold breeze right on my left hand underneath my microphone. It's like right by my knuckles.
Temperature is only like a 1 degree difference. Alan is stating he's feeling a cold breeze right now. I did scan him with the temperature gun. There's only about a 1 degree difference that I notice. Do you remember Miss Olson? If yes, please turn on the light or touch the green light. Are you gonna leave your stuff rolling here? Or?
Yeah, I'll leave it there. Who knows? Maybe something will actually decide it wants to communicate while we step away from it. Maybe they'll try playing with it or something.
All right. So as I mentioned, we're gonna leave cameras Alan's camera here, the Jesse doll and the K2 meter, and if he happens to capture anything while we're gone, you'll be able to see that in his video when he does upload that to his channel, Revenge the Apocalypse. So we're gonna take you now. We have to go down an embankment, which is not going to be easy for us to do, but we're going to do it to get down near the water and try to see if we capture anything. So you can see this is what we have to go down. This is not going to be easy. Definitely not recommended. But the river is right there. You can see the orange color. That is from the acid mine drainage coming up from underground from the flooded mines. I guess I'll go first. So let me put my backpack out of the way. Alright, so if I fall, at least it'll be live. Hopefully I don't get hurt. I do have hiking shoes this time, which should make things a little bit better. Oh, that's mud right there. Same spot I slid last time. You have to watch. There's right here is a patch of mud.
Okay.
And right there. There's a little embankment here too. Hang on, I get the microphone twisted on the branch here. What's going on? I'll ping a look. Okay. Sliding. Okay, I'm going to show you guys where I just came down. This right here. There's Alan.
Alrighty.
And just came down this. This is pretty
This is gonna be fun.
tricky at night. What I suggest doing is come down towards this tree here.
Yeah.
Grab onto the tree and then kind of just try not to slide down on your butt though, because you'll get covered in mud. Yeah, so lean towards the tree and then you're going to get your foot down here where I'm shining the light as you take down a tree.
Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, now turn towards the tree. Keep your left foot up there, bring your right foot down here. So keep your, just step down with your right foot to this little landing right here, right there. And then you're gonna come down kind of where I am here. All right, you okay so far?
Yeah.
Now I gotta go through the bamboo jungle.
See why you said no Nikes.
Yeah. So under this water is where the miners are trapped somewhere. Obviously not in the bottom of the water, but in mine passages and tunnels. Now, Alan, look at that. You see that water? It's coming out from under the ground.
Yeah, see it? How close can I get to that?
You can get close. Just keep that close.
Yeah, see, I can see it coming out right here. And I know with the infrared it's not possible to see it, but all these rocks here are orange. They look like a rust color.
Alan, the result of this. You guys see that? That looks like a freshwater spring. In fact, sulfuric acid bubbling out from under the ground. So realistically, if you were to dig down in that hole, you would eventually reach a mine sooner or later if you have some scuba diving gear. This is to show you too further up. It's slippery here, so you have to be careful. I'm just looking at. All this right here is all coming from under the ground. Contaminating the river. It's all along the shoreline here. And I did mention before I'm going to be doing a video specifically on the acid mine drainage, showing you where the source of it is in the Lackawanna River and how it's affecting the Susquehanna River. Did you smell that too? It smells like sulfur. It smells like rotten eggs. Yeah, so the phone will set it off.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you guys, I do have the K2 out. It is going off, that's because it's near the phone. When we get further away from the phone, the lights do dissipate. So I'm not going to hold this. I'm going to have Alan stand over here. That's actually a really cool shot of you, silhouetted.
Yeah.
Questions to start, and then I'll ask them as well, and we'll see if it lights up at all.
Oh, my infrared real quick.
That was, what? That's whooping.
That's on. Oh, hello. Is there somebody here with us? If there's anybody down here with us, feel free to come up and you can touch this device, and when you do, it will light up different colors and we will be able to easily communicate with you if you have something that you would like to tell us. So I do invite anyone here to please come forward and let's have a conversation.
Now falling back out into the river. Some strange sounds coming from an island.
Yeah.
We're going to get here with him right now. He is just putting the K2. He's asking some questions just to see if we can hear any responses, or see responses, but I will relay any information to you guys.
If you're here, we're not going to hurt you. We just want to be able to communicate to try to help you out. If you're trapped here,
so Alan is asking questions. We're getting 0 responses, but when I did hand it to him though, it did get a yellow blip for about a split second, but we had nothing since.
Yeah, I do gotta say though, the one crazy part about this place is just knowing, like, in a cemetery it's different. You know that there's people buried there, but
Yeah.
when you're here and you know that they could be anywhere, and it's just that they're just loose in the dirt somewhere. It's just, it's such a crazy way to like visualize it.
And also knowing in the back of your mind that under the ground here, you know, there's troll bodies that were never found, you know, that they're still down there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy thinking about that and knowing that, like, it could, like, somebody could be like right here, for example. Like, you don't even know it.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame, and it would be awesome to be able to find them. But yeah, that's the thing. If a spirit would actually communicate with us, you know, we can get light hits and know that something's here. And then if they do well on a spirit box, maybe they can actually locate where they're at. You know, that would be awesome.
We do know there's lots of history here and a lot of death and tragedy. So it was a gamble, just deciding, is it worth it or not? But we didn't know until we came here. And we can't say we didn't have any activity at all. We did have a few flashlight hits. We did hear noises. We did see a shadow. But it's not as active as other locations. That's not to say that there's nothing here.
Alright, so this is the view we're trying to go up. Some footing right here, up here. Grab something here to pull up. Ow. Crap, that hurt. Just watch what you grab. Some of those got thorns on them.
Alright, so far so good. Don't want to step there. Don't want to step there.
Yeah, what I did was I put my right foot up against the tree and went behind it and then came up that way. And then from there on up, it's pretty alright.
Ow! Pickers.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. Oh, got a spider on me. Okay.
Hey, if that's the most pain I go through on an adventure, I'll take it. I'll definitely be anxious to see if anything had gone on.
Got a nice moonlit sky tonight. Alright guys, I'm mic'd back up now. I do have the flashlight back down on the plaque here, showing the spot where the miners perished. Alan's camera and K2 meter still there, the Jesse doll's still there. But now we do have the spirit box, which I'm going to turn on now. You're going to hear a lot of sound, like static radio frequency scanning. That's what it's supposed to do. It's going to scan through radio frequencies, either forward or backwards, however I choose. And at the rate, or slow or fast, however I choose. We're going to ask questions. The answers typically come through really quick. Like, you'll hear like a yes, or no, or danger, or a name, but it comes through really quick. A lot of times you can't hear it unless you replay back the audio at a slower rate. So keep your eyes and ears open. eyes for activity on the ground, ears for the responses. So let's get started with this. Is there anyone here with us that would like to make contact or communicate with us? Actually, I'm going to adjust the volume, turn it up a little bit louder. Hang on one second. Can you tell us your name? Are you upset that we're here? Did you die in the Knox Mine disaster? There was something there. Do you know the 12 men that died? Do you feel like you're trapped here? Is someone stopping you from leaving this area? Do you miss your family? I heard like a man's voice.
Yeah.
Come through like distinctly. Are you trying to find the white light? Those of you that are questioning, just so you understand, the way a spirit box works is it does scan the radio frequencies. I'm on FM frequencies right now, and spirits are supposedly able to manipulate and make a word that's being programmed on the radio stand out as a response. So you are hearing radio frequencies in real life, but the ones that are standing out are supposedly being controlled by spirits. That's how they're reported to work. So it's not just random radio frequencies that are stopping. This is scanning at 150 milliseconds per minute, and I can even scan it backwards, which I'll do now, and we'll see if we get any type of other responses. But I did hear a few responses. I think you did as well. I need my flashlight here to see the settings here, so I'm going to turn it back on. If you guys have any questions you'd like me to ask, put them on the screen and I will ask them for you. Okay, now scanning backwards. I'm going to turn that volume up a little bit louder. Did 13 people die here? Can you please tell me your name? Whoa! 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 Something made a big thud right in the woods here, right behind Alan. That actually startled me. Is someone here?
Oh man.
Grab my bag right there, please.
Yeah.
What the heck was that?
I don't know, but that was loud.
Something, the best way I could describe it sounded like a coconut fell from a tree and a big thud on the ground. I'm starting to think someone's here. Alright, we're going to kill the lights and see what's going on. Something is a little off right now. It was loud though. Me and Alan heard it distinctly.
It's crazy too because we heard that over top of the spirit box.
Yeah. The spirit box is playing right by my ear and we heard it.
Something again.
Thud.
Yeah, I heard something move in the, like something walking.
Hold this a second.
Yeah.
But keep the camera on me.
Okay. Yeah, we do have methods of protection on us, so.
It's really thick here too. Like we would hear someone coming.
Yeah, it literally sounded like something fell right out of the trees. Like that was a thud. That was
Yeah. Sounded like someone chucked a boulder.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's weird too, but that could have been some form of activity too. I mean,
Yeah, it could have been a response. My fear it's a person, and that's my biggest thing I don't want to encounter because you don't know why somebody would be out here right now besides us.
Yeah. But that's the weird part about it though too, is the fact that we should have heard somebody, even if they were trying to carefully get through. Like, I mean, you know how much noise we were making just coming up this.
Exactly.
There's no way you could go through that without making a significant amount of sound.
So just to give you a recap as to what just happened, we were doing our spirit box session. Alan was standing kind of right on the ground where I'm showing you the flashlight right here. He was standing right here. I'm standing right where I am now. I was facing the marker site, and as we were listening for responses, a loud thud fell. Something fell and made a loud thud in those trees. It reminded me of someone chucking a boulder or like a coconut falling from a tree, which there's no coconuts here obviously, but someone would have to be in there, and that is very thick and almost impenetrable. You would hear someone walking through, and we didn't hear anything, but we heard that thud. It very well, like Alan said, could be a response paranormally, but my fear is that someone is maybe out here messing around. So we're gonna kind of put this on pause for a few moments and make sure we're not getting ourselves in a bad situation. It wasn't a stick falling, it wasn't an animal, it was something heavy. We're actually going to keep the stream going until we get back to our car, just so that you guys know and we know that we're getting back safely and as a group, because with this happening, I really don't know what to do at this point. I don't know if we should continue or just pack it up. Maybe that was a sign to scare us away. Maybe they're telling us, hey, we don't want you here anymore. That very well could be what happened. Right.
The scary part about it is whatever fell had a lot of weight to it.
Yeah, there was mass to it. That was like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, it sounded like someone threw a bowling ball, like threw as hard as they could, and it just landed. And I just don't know what would have made that sound. Someone would have to be in there to do that. There's no way somebody's in there unless they've been sitting there all night.
Actually, you know, I just had an idea because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, well, it's not down there by the rocks, because if something were to go down like a rock wall or anything, you would have heard it tumbling, hitting on the rocks.
Yeah.
What are the chances of somebody down there tossing it up?
There's a possibility.
Which, I mean, again, it's a lot of weight to throw up. But, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of that would not have...
I'm going to take a quick look.
All right.
You know what? Just going over there now. You tell the camera. Can they see me on camera?
Yeah.
So I just went by the river edge at the top of the path to see if anyone's down there. I didn't see anyone, but I just got the feeling like, just like something bad, like you shouldn't be here anymore. That's the feeling I just got. And I'm thinking we should probably act on that because something did that to get our attention. What?
What?
Oh, it's a bug. I saw something moving in the trees there. Whew, I thought it was like a ghost or a spirit.
I don't know.
Yeah, that could happen too. Here's your... Alright, so just sit tight, guys. We're going to pack everything up and we're going to make our way out of here. If there's any spirits or anything here, you are not allowed to go with us. You are to remain here. You are not to follow us or to attach yourselves to us. Please remain at this location. You do not have our permission to follow us or to stay with us. Those of you that perished here, the 12 men, you'll be my thoughts. I feel bad for what happened, and I will return another day to visit and maybe make contact, but I think it's time to go. In the name of God, stay here at this location. Do not follow us. Do not come with us. We are now leaving. We leave in peace.
Also do something not so great.
Look, there's eyes.
Is there?
Guys, there's eyes straight ahead of us here. You see them?
No. We're on the trail.
Right in the
yeah.
middle.
Oh yeah. Looks to be really low.
What is
It's coming towards us. That's coming at us.
Yeah, it's not moving. It's still there.
It looks like something standing there though, like a little creature.
Why isn't it running away?
Yep. No, it moves. It moves. Right. It's off to the right there.
Is it still there?
I would assume it probably is going to be there because it ain't going to have nowhere else to go.
This is the Eagle Air Shaft where 33 men escaped from that disaster and where the first man escaped to let authorities know what was going on to basically go summon help. So that's the location, and we're roughly 50 yards down from where everything just took place. There's a piece of lumber there, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like it's actually like opened up right there, don't it? Like the rock.
Yeah, it does. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Can you hold this?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go check that really quick.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Something that's been walking here is trampled down. There's a fence here.
Yeah.
This is metal. This is where the air shaft was. They have it all piled up with boulders.
Yeah.
See the fence?
Oh yeah.
You can hear metal. So the air shaft was right here. And they plugged it up with boulders, but you could probably still find a way into it. Alright, so that is the actual location of the Eagle air shaft. That is a fence and a fence post there, and a bunch of big boulders that are purposely collapsed to plug up the hole. Caused that sound. Like I already tell you, it wasn't a branch. It wasn't a small animal. And the only way it could be a person is if they were sitting there the entire time without making a sound.
Yeah, guys that watch my video, make sure down in the comment section, flood it up. Let's see what kind of ideas we get, because really there's a whole bunch of different theories we could try to come up with, but truth is we don't know the answer. We definitely didn't want to stick around to find the answer, and it could range from being a person to just a freak accident to something being paranormal. We don't know. So share your thoughts.
We could call the danger zone. But
oh, that's comforting being back over here.
Past the darkness.
Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, check out JPVideos channel so that way you can see the live from what happened here tonight, and to be able to get the jump on other paranormal investigations that we do in the future. You'll always be able to see them first on his channel, then second on mine. So if you want to stay on top, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.
The apocalypse.